Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It's rebuild day and we have a new one for us today as we're taking over at Crystal Palace. They've had a bit of a sticky start to life the recent few months, and we thought, you know what, let's go in today and let's try and fix Crystal Palace. Of course, they sacked Patrick Vieira already and they need a bit of a rebuild in our hands. So we're here today to try and get Palace into European spots. That is my aim for this, to try and get them finishing in European spots and hopefully some achieving some silverware along the way. So let's dive in. Season number 1 with Crystal Palace. So of course I am not Roy Hodgson. I'm a bit younger than him, thankfully. I'm a bit younger than big Roy Hodgson. But I've taken over today at the Crystal Palace job ahead of his 10th retirement, maybe end of the season, to start the brand new season now, looking at the Crystal Palace and hopefully aiming for European spots with this team within a couple of seasons. So let's dive in and have a quick look actually at the team and see what we do have to work with. We're based off the star ratings for this, of course. Have a bit more of a look. Wilfried Zaha, key man there now for the longest time. He's been there for such a long time now, almost 10 years actually, that he's been at Palace now. Do we still build a team around this guy now? I mean, he's what, 29 now. He's not going to get much younger next few seasons. The valuation's still there. He's out of contract at the end of this season, so maybe he's someone we cash in on early doors and try and make some extra money. Looking at other players in the team as well, Eze, Tyreek Mitchell, younger players as well, 23, 22 years of age. Mark Gay as well. Some good young players in this team to build your team around, build that core around for the next few years. The one I'm looking forward to the most though is Michael Elise. But of course at the start of this game, Elise is out for 4 to 7 weeks. We can't use him straight away within this rebuild, but a few weeks in, we're getting back to fitness. I want to try and build the midfield, the attacking line, that midfield around this guy. He looks so good this year, 20 years of age as well. He's got dribbling of 16 already, first touch of 15, free kicks of 15 as well. He isn't bad for some good set pieces either. I like the looks of this kid, so I'm excited to try this guy out and see how he works within the game. So tactically, I'm trying this formation that I've made up on the spot. I'm going to have a 2 quick this season, see how it works within our first season. Of course, at the positive Palace, because we're playing that positive football, trying to get the ball forward and try and create some goals. So let's actually, at the time of being where we are, let's go pick the best 11 for these players and see who's playing where. So Elise on the one side, Zaha on the other, Eze for the middle, Edouard in the line, Decore and Lokonga. Lokonga, of course, on loan from Arsenal this season. Ward, Anderson, Gay, Mitchell. There's a few places there I'd probably like to improve. I'm probably actually put Richards starting maybe in that fullback position, most likely, try and work on his development as well. 22 years of age, young American lad. He's still pretty good, so maybe we put him in that role there, possibly. But the rest of the team, maybe it's something different for Volante, possibly could come in this season, but it's looking good. It's looking pretty good. So that's the shape. That's the team. Let's dive to the end of season 1 and see how we've gotten on using the positive Palace 4-2-3-1 and see, can we get Palace fighting for a top half finish in season number 1. So before we dive in and look at how season number 1 went, if you haven't already, make sure you're going down below this video, of course, hitting that subscribe button and giving the video a big thumbs up. Right, so let's dive in then. Crystal Palace, season number 1 is complete. Where have we finished? We finished 12th in the Premier League, and see now a bit more of a deeper dive into this now. It's not a bad first season, really. I wanted a top half finish. We didn't get there in the end, sadly. Finishing 12th in the Premier League, 38 appearances this season, of course. Winning 12, drawing 11, losing 15. We scored 53 goals, which isn't too bad. This team's above us on less goals than that, so it's not bad. But we conceded a lot though, on 59 goals, including conceding 6 in games against Spurs, Newcastle and Manchester United. A -6 goal difference in total and points of 47, level with Fulham in 11th, just ahead of us. So it's not the worst season, I suppose, but we should probably go through and have a look at what we did transfer business-wise throughout that season and some of the key games within that season. So we left things off, of course, at the start of when we came in, when Lokonga had joined on loan for the season. Following that, we took Alex Scott on loan from Bristol City with an option to buy for that season. He had a very good first season, to be fair, playing 31 games, getting 3 goals in the Premier League. 4 in total with a cup goal in there as well, so not a bad first season, but we have put the bid in now to buy Alex Scott on a permanent deal. Joining him as well then, of course, was Calder Silva on a free transfer. Felt we needed some more versatility in left back and right back. He was never going to be a starter. He's an emergency backup, cheap wage. He's versatile enough to cover a few different roles for us if we needed him, and to be fair, he made 1 appearance from the bench all season. It wasn't really used, but for $3.5 grand, we can't complain. And the other one there was Matteo Musi, came on a free transfer. Again, didn't really play, honestly. He came in again as a regular starter, but he was very much a backup centre-back for us this season. I thought we needed a little bit more coverage there. And in the end, he had 1 start, 3 Premier League sub-appearances from the bench. Didn't get the game time, but it's a good versatile player to have there. Of course, Argentine captain as well. He's a very good player. but not good enough to start for us. So not a bad backup option. In terms of outgoings though, there was quite a few realistically. I mean, we can get started. Joel Ward went to Club Brugge for 2.8 million. Jeffrey Schluck left the club for 5.5. Milivojevic left for Lyon for 1.7, potentially rising to 2.2, which is behind my head here, of course. And then Jared Reinwald left for 1.8 million. So a few salesmen out from the club this season as well. But not a bad first season, really, finishing in 12th position. I mean, some of the key parts of this game as well for this season as well. Alton Edouard bagged 23 goals this season. A great season for him. Zaha, 9 goals, 9 assists. He did say this season, but of course, we have mentioned he is out of contract and he'll be leaving the club, joining outside on a free transfer. We tried the same in January. We couldn't get the bids in. He wanted too much wages. People didn't want to pay it. So he's going on a free. But we do save a monster 130,000 on his wage packet. At least he had a good season as well, though. 11 assists for him is 7 goals. Is as well 10 assists even with those 7 goals for him. And we had a pretty good season, really. I mentioned Alex Scott as well, of course. He'll be joining now on a permanent, hopefully. I mean, there's an obligation to buy at the end of his contract, so he is coming in 100%. And he has looked very good this season. Won the potential, won the kids for the new FM update, for the winter update, of course, as well. So we can get to that 5-star potential with him. That'd be absolutely amazing. But we go into season 2 now. We'll come back in just a moment. You can see now we have 49 million to spend over the summer. So let's go and see where we spent all that money. So the day is August 11th now, and the new season is about to start, kicking off things with Leicester tomorrow. Before that, though, we've been spending some of that money, so let's dive in and have a look where we've been spending all that coin. So before the season ticked over to July 1st, we went in and got Thiago Almada for 26.5 million from Atalanta. Very good versatile midfielder and play a lot of different roles. Still very young at 22 years of age as well, can definitely develop within this team. But for with Zaha leaving, I wanted someone else on the left-hand side who can instantly replace him and start within this team. And I thought, this is the guy. He's coming as a star player, 82 grand a week. So he was on a hell of a lot of money. High valuation now. But for the fact we bought him for that fee of only 26.5 million, he's already gone up the valuation-wise already. That's not a bad signing at all. And then on top of that, you can see some absolute ballers. We bought Alex Scott of court for 12 million, which we mentioned prior would be happening. Angelo, the young Brazilian, 18-year-old Brazilian, comes in. Another winger option, another winger. I'm thinking, why has he got so many wingers in this team right now? Angelo comes in, 18 years of age. He's coming an important player, high wage as well. But I mean, for the transfer fee we've paid for him, 13.75 million. For his first breakout season in the Premier League, I'm expecting a lot of big things from him. I think he could be very useful for us and do the job. Yeah, there's another winger. There's another winger. He's not playing as a winger, though. Asprilla has came in now, and we're retraining him to be our striker going forward, to be our backup for Alton Edouard. Came in now, the 19-year-old Colombian international, of course, was at Watford prior, 18.25 million. I don't think that's a bad deal, really, for him. I mean, in the Championship last season, didn't have a great season. But the fact he's 19 years of age, he can definitely develop in that role. I mean, when you highlight advanced forward, a lot of good attributes already sitting there ready for him at 19 years of age. Potential ability of 5-star. We're building a very good young core team. I mentioned at the start of this video, there's a lot of good young players already at Crystal Palace. So Asprilla can come in and add to that young core and hopefully drive forward and turn into an absolute worldie. For this next one, we went back down to the Championship again, of course. Sheffield United down the Championship. They've had Sander Berge there for a while now. 31 caps, 25 years of age, so not as young as the other lads we've bought in so far, but an experienced head to bring in that midfield and cover a few different roles. Of course, we bought Alex Scott already as well, so a new pairing potentially there of them two linking up together. But again, he looks very good, Sander Berge, at this point of his career. 60 grand a week, it's not a bad valuation. We can make some money back towards him, pay 16 million. We could potentially make some profit on if he was to leave us eventually, but looking at him right now, I'm probably going to play him in that CDM role. The plan is to play him as one of those two CDMs alongside Alex Scott. One is the Alonso and the other one is Sander Berge being alongside him. And then, of course, then there was one other bit of business. And this is a weird one. Adam Yemi came available for a low move. You're probably thinking, you've got too many wingers. How are you going to play all these wingers? How are you going to keep them all functioning and working together? Well, maybe a change in shape can do that for us, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But Adam Yemi was available on loan on deadline day, and it seemed dumb not to grab him. Karim Adeyemi, welcome to Crystal Palace. So I mentioned a possible change in shape. We're not changing anything just yet, but down the line it could become potentially that. But you can see now then, there's been a few changes to that starting lineup at the moment. Things are probably going to change. Obviously, players have came in. We've mentioned Sander Berge, probably going to fit in that DLP role just there. Eze, Asprilla and Amada starting right now. But again, though, of course, we've got the likes of Edouard who can play up front as well, we've mentioned already. It's a very good team here. There's a lot of players we can still build around going forward. And I was waiting for this bit to drop as well. You might have been looking at the team then and thought, where is Michael Elise? Yeah, so you know what, to build a team around him? We had a 50 million bid coming for him and the board said, yeah, we didn't get a choice in the matter. So at least he's left within the first season. I wanted to build the team around this guy. Now you're wondering about why the wingers, why more wingers. Zaha left on a free and at least he's gone for 50 million. We've lost 2 key players there who were playing out wide for us last season. So they've gone. So that's why there's so many new wingers now at the side. I should probably touch up quickly about the other players who did leave the club, of course, in that last window. We can go back here quickly first. We can see then the Elise deal, of course, confirmed. Here at the bottom right now, Elise, Chelsea, 50 million, bang, he was gone. Didn't get a choice in that one. The other ones, they're just players not going to use no more. We've mentioned about Zaha going already. Jordan Ayew, Geister in goal, went to Al Sadd as well, joining Zaha over there. James McArthur, just past his best now, a lot older, of course. And Tompkins leaving as well alongside him. And just some other players I don't really ever use in the team. So they have all gone. We've saved a lot of money on wages. And obviously we've reinvested in the likes of Scott, Angelo, Espria, Berge, Adam Yemi, and of course Almada, who we mentioned earlier on this video. So the team is set there now ahead of season number 2. Let's dive in now and come back at the end of season number 2 and see how our Palace boys done at the end of our second season with all our brand new transfers. So season number 2 has ended then. Now we're back again with Crystal Palace. We're at June 30th, 2024. And how did number 2 finish for us? It actually finished not much better than last season, really. We're finishing 10th in the Premier League. You see now, after 38 games, we won 17, drew 5. We lost 16 games all season. It's a lot of games to lose, but there's no monster landslide margins there, so I don't think it was too bad. It's a slight improvement. We're up into technically the top half in 10th for Spurs, but it's the middle really, isn't it? But technically top half in my eyes, so we'll take that one all year long. Not a bad second season here at Crystal Palace. With the transfers made so far, and a lot of young players there get into the team, get embedded into this side, that's not a bad finish. Of course, 63 goals scored. We actually monsterly scored a lot more goals than Aston Villa, Leeds, even teams like West Ham above us. Level with the likes of Manchester United. Actually ahead of Manchester United, 63 goals. We're ahead of Man U and Arsenal for goals scored this season. So we're scoring goals, that's not a problem at all, but we conceded 47. Much more than Aston Villa, who have 38. So, I mean, we conceded a bit too many goals this season. That was the only problem. We did concede a lot. We conceded 5 to Newcastle again. I mean, that's not great. They finished below us and we conceded 5 to them. Leeds as well. Leeds, again, ahead of us just about in 8th position, but conceding 4 goals against Leeds. These are the problems we need to try and fix going into season number 3. So let's have a look at the team then. How did things end up for our boys and what happened in terms of other competitions? So there is a big one here I do want to touch up on. That was the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup. We got all the way to semi-finals and got an absolute hiding from Manchester United. You can see now, the first leg away from home, we lost 4-1 and then we brought them home to us and we was like, right, we can bring this back, we're at home. We lost 4-0. We got an absolute battering from Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. We had a chance to get into a first cup final and win the first bit of silverware in the save, and we flopped it. In the FA Cup, I mean, it didn't do much better. We lost to Everton on penalties. So, no cup success this season, but we did make up for it though later on that season because Manchester United, we beat them 4-0 at the end of the season. Hey! Yeah, it was too late at that point. We should have done the cup realistically. Adam Yemi hat-trick, Decore bagging one. That was one of the highlights of the season, definitely. And Adam Yemi hat-trick was always going to be a wonderful thing to see. I mean, I'm celebrating. We lost to Spurs in the final day of the season, so I mean, we can't celebrate too much realistically, can we? But some good results throughout the season. They're beating some big sides in there, which you always do love to see as well, of course. A massive game was against that Liverpool one as well, there you can see here. A 4-3 game against Liverpool. We were very unlucky. I mean, Anderson scored in the 97th minute. I can't say too unlucky, but Salah did score in stoppage time as well. And 2 late goals from Luis Diaz is what got it over the line for Liverpool within that one. And of course, we lost to Man City because, I mean, I say Haaland's a robot. He didn't even score in that one. But Rodrigo de Paul's there now, and he's very, very good. But before we go further with this Palace side, of course, the end of that season is finished now. But there was some other transfers made ahead of the new season starting. So after you saw Adam Yemi come in, of course, just before deadline day, Meslier joined from Leeds for 35 million. I did say he conceded a lot of goals last season, and even this season conceded quite a few. But Meslier coming in from Leeds, 35 million, was not a bad bit of business. And then we've already started work now ahead of that new season, of course, now looking at Amir Guri coming in for 18 million from Rennes up front. Jan Cotro, the former Man City boy, joining from Santos over in Brazil for 9.5 million, and Sandri from PSV Eindhoven for 10 million. So we've always had to spend the money for the new season ahead of that already. But we're going to get onto the new season in just a moment because, of course, there's going to be some more outgoings we do need to discuss going down the line. But we mentioned about the shape last time, it might change some things around. So we have tried this now, trying to tweak things up a little bit differently with the Positive Palace 2.0. So yeah, we basically changed it now. So you got your cam that was in the middle here. So your striker, sorry, was in the middle here. It's out to one side. We have the AP now making the runs next to him in Ebery Eze, who had a pretty decent season. It wasn't his best season yet, but I mean, he did get 10 assists, 7 goals. His best one since he's been in this save so far. So we're really hoping now we can get a lot more out of Eze in this new formation. But let's dive ahead though now. Season number 3, the start of season 3. What I've been doing to spend some of that money. We've seen some of the transfers already, and what's left? 10 million, not a lot left, but maybe we can sell someone and make some more magic happen. So the new season is afoot then now. We mentioned some of these transfers that we bought in prior to the new season starting in the last part of this episode. But we did a few more bits of business have happened since then. So let's go on to the incomings first, because the outgoings were mainly free transfers, apart from Sam Johnson leaving for Al Sadd on a 5 million deal as well. I mean, that's 2 keepers Al Sadd took from us now, and 1 winger. I don't know what they'll do with Gaita and Sam Johnson, but they're wanting them both, and they're both gone. And the interesting one here as well, you can see here, is that Jack Butland left us on a free transfer. Another keeper leaving us to go to Paris Saint-Germain. Of all the players to go, PSG, I was never expected to see Jack Butland at PSG, but I mean, Donnarumma's still there. Cobal's there at the moment. So I got Butland, Donnarumma, and Gregor Kobel. What a free keepers to have. Kobel is a backup to staying alone as it is. But then Jack Butland is your third choice. As one of your foreign players as well. Loftus-Cheek starting for them. And and Carl, oh my god, this team's mental. PSG they've made it, and Firmino's there. Bernardo's still, they got too much money. PSG got too much money. But anyway, I digress. Transfers for us. We mentioned before we didn't have much money left. We had 10 million left in the bank at the time. So we got some free transfers. Brandon Williams and Shola Shortar came in from Manchester United to add some depth from free transfers. We bought in Zach Aoui for 775 grand from Arsenal. Renier came on loan from Real Madrid. Etienne Green left Lille for 3 million to be our backup new number 2 keeper. Noni Madunke came on loan from Chelsea for 1.8 million total loan fee. Lorenzo Luca, of course, he was very popular last year in FM. We've bought him in for a 5 million deal from Pisa. And then Mickey Van Sass was a free transfer. I mean, I won't lie, he looked like a potential possible wonder kid goalkeeper maybe, but later down the line you'll see he doesn't last the club very long. He couldn't get a work permit, so he was soon gone. So it didn't really make much difference bringing him in on that free transfer. But we're looking good ahead of the new season now. We've mentioned some of these players now, so let's have a quick deep dive in and see how some are doing. Alex Scott, we mentioned potential wonder kid this year in FM. He's now 20 years of age at this point, developing very nicely. Of course, he's been playing in a DM role for us during this save. So if you ever do want to buy him and try him out in a DM role, he does seem to work there pretty well, but I'd imagine he's probably better in these attacking options. But we thought, why not? Let's try him as a DM and see how he develops, and we'll see over the course of this save just how well he does. Someone I've been very impressed with so far this save is Mark Guy. I normally try and avoid any centre-backs below 6'2" if possible, but this guy's been absolutely impressive. I mean, jumping reach of 14, he's 6 foot. He's done pretty good for us so far in this save. I mean, we can dive in now, a bit more of a better look. He's got 6.8, 6.7, but it's hard to get a good average rating at centre-back. We're not going to get many goals and assists as well, but I feel like he's been pretty solid. He's played near every game for us so far here at Palace, and I'm very impressed with the young centre-back. Of course, now he's had 9 caps for England, 24 years of age. So with England set up within this game as well, which is great to see. But yeah, the team is looking pretty good ahead of this new season now. There's a few different players in there. We've mentioned Meslier, we've mentioned Guri going into this new season as well. So let's dive to the end of season number 3 and see how have our Palace boys done. So the season ended, season number 3 finished, and Palace finally got European football. We narrowly made it into the Europa Conference League on 68 points. So you can see now, finishing 7th in the league, 38 games, 120, drawing 8, and losing 10 all season. That is a much better return than the previous season. So, finishing 7th, ahead of Manchester United as well, which is an absolutely wonderful thing to see. It's great to see. We finally get some European football. That means we've achieved our goal. Means we're going to do one more season with this Palace team now to see how we can do within Europe. Another side note though as well, assist rankings, you can see Armada got 9 this season, 3rd best in the league behind Saka and De Bruyne. I think that was a very good transfer indeed, bringing him in. But where you're thinking, okay, you got European football then, it's gone very well for you this season. Ratings have been pretty good. I mean, average ratings this season, Armada, Scott, Anderson, Eze. They've been good, but there's been no real standout players, and you'll be probably thinking, okay, there must have been one player who's bagging the goals inconsistently for you. Guri, a new striker, no, he got 6 goals all season. It was Joachim Andersen, the centre-back. We worked on our set pieces, and Andersen bagged 15 goals from centre-back this season. Maybe it's a video we put out in the future about this, how this works, how this tactic works within these set pieces. But 15 goals for Joachim Andersen, the centre-back, was our highest goal scorer in return this season. Oh, Thiago Almada as well bagged 13 goals of 16 assists. Alex Scott as well in that DM role got 11 goals as a DM this season. That's insane. In that Segundo Volante role, making those late runs, he bagged 11 with 4 assists as well. Eze in the cam role, 8 goals, 10 assists. Angelo on that right-hand side now, he got a few goals and assists as well. So it's been very much spread out this season, but Gori came as our main striker and hasn't really lived up to it. Of course, we mentioned before that he was trying out someone else in that striker role, and that was going to be Asprilla. Yes, Asprilla. And again, 16 appearances this season, 6 goals. It's been okay, but he hasn't really developed the quality we really hoped out of him. But right now, the standout players pretty much are Alex Scott, Mark Gay in my eyes. They're currently now 4-star ability, potential 5 stars still for Scott, 4.5 for Gay. But he's 24 now, so you might expect to get a lot more out of him. But Scott could go all the way and get 5 stars within this as we go ahead now to the final season. But before that though, what else has been happening in this season? So last year we didn't win the Carabao Cup. This year we won it. So as you can see now on screen, we went to Wembley all the way against Manchester City and took them to penalties. It was a close tie, and in the end Joshua Kimmich missed the vital penalty for Manchester City, and Asprilla bagged it home to see Crystal Palace beat Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final. First bit of silverware locked in, and European football joined with that, getting Europa Conference League action ahead of our final season next season. I mean, in terms of other good results throughout the season, there was a few. I mean, we beat Arsenal here, Guri and Angelo scoring in that game as well, which is good to see. Again, we lost a lot of big teams pretty much throughout the season. Man City we lost to a few times, Spurs, Liverpool, Manchester United. Man City lost to 4-0 that time round as well. Chelsea a 2-2 draw. So against the big teams, we're still very much struggling right now. But I mean, we beat Man U 3-0 at one point in the season. Almada bagging 2 and a Ferguson goal there, which is always good to see. We beat Chelsea at one point as well. So start of the season, we could beat the big teams, and then we kind of dropped off a little bit here. I mean, it felt like we did the Carabao Cup, and after beating there, Man City, of course, and Arsenal, drop off. Draw, won, draw, loss, and then we won the final against Watford, but I mean, it's Watford. We probably should be expecting to beat Watford anyway with the state of this team right now. But where we've been spending so much money so far in the recent seasons, we've only been given 25 million to spend this summer now. Our first season in Europe, 25 million only to spend, but already in the red on our wage budget already. So it might be quite a one in terms of transfers. But I'm curious, how far can we take this team now in the Europa Conference League? We're going to season number 4, our final season. Now we've hit our goal of getting European football. Let's dive in. Season 4 starts now. So we're at the start of season 4 now. Before we do kick off our European campaign, we can see straight away, we kick off it straight away against Rekia in only a few days' time. But the finances now, down to 3 million, and our committed and current spending are absolutely in the mud. And that's because we still went and spent money when we probably shouldn't have spent money, realistically. I mean, we spent 49 million on Calvert-Lewin. You know what's sad? We had no money. We found a bit of money. I mean, we can go into some of the transfers and what's been happening over the course of the last few weeks between the end of the season and the start of the new season. No one else left for any money, really, here. 7.5 million. Odsonne Edouard did leave us, though. He didn't get a good return from last season, so he has left now on a permanent deal. And then the other ones decide me now. I mean, not even for any big money, really. We got Mateta, 6.25 million, and Almada went for 5.25 million. So where did you find this money from? Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We managed to find the money, and we went and got Dominic Calvert-Lewin at age 28 now from Everton. He was ready to leave. I mean, Everton, he's had been there a long time. The last 2 seasons, bagged his best goal return so far. And then Palace came in at almost 50 million. Almost no potential costs. It's just 50 million straight out. And we grabbed him for that price. So it's not bad, really. So in comes Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and then join him with some loans and free transfers. Troy Parrott came on a free transfer. Oxlade-Chamberlain on a free transfer. Good backup players. Oxlade-Chamberlain got European experience as well. So I thought, good one to get in there. Nordi Madueke came off from PSG on loan. 1.3 million total fee there coming for him. We have an optional future fee to buy him for 30 million. But of course, as mentioned, this is the final season of this rebuild. So we're doing that. And then Fabio Vieira has came in from Arsenal as well. Also an optional future fee there of 21 million. But 6 million loan fee, just over 6 million loan fee for Fabio Vieira for the season, but adds again some good European experience on those wings for us going into this season to try and do it all in Europe. But of course, Europa Conference League is about to start, and the current holders are Leeds. So, I mean, in recent times, there's a few winners from England already there. West Ham and Leeds are already there. Can we add to that and make it a third one? I take Crystal Palace all the way in the Conference League. And where do you finish in the Premier League this season? Get your predictions right now down below in the comment section. Final season predictions, put them in there now, and with the number where you think we'll finish within the league, because going into season 2 now, I'm pretty confident with this team. It does look very strong. Meslier, Jan Cotterer, Anderson, Gay, Mitchell, very similar back line already there, I suppose. Maybe we changed the right back around a few different times now, but we have got Noni Madueke who can come in now and play that role there. Sander Berge and Scott Storm in the midfield roles, doing very well there. Almada, Eze, Vieira now coming off this right-hand side, cutting in onto his left foot, very strong left foot, so it'll be good to see if he can get inside and supply some goals and assists on there. And Calvert-Lewin now leading the line for us. We said last season, Joachim Anderson was our top goal scorer as a centre-back. We need a striker, so Calvert-Lewin is a proven goal-scoring machine. He should be the one that can take us all the way. I mean, even on the bench as well, you can see at the side of my head here, Etienne Green, backup keeper, Richard, Jan Cotterer, Sandri, Aspria, Agello, Luca, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Guri, Brandon Williams, and Decore, just to name a few. I mean, there's even players he went selected, but I mean, they're very much our backup players. I mean, Ferguson will probably go on the bench this season, actually. But the rest are our backup youth players, pretty much anywhere came, mainly in on free transfers. So let's see then. The final season, we're in European football. We won the Carabao Cup last season. How far can we take Palace in season number 4? So we're back. Season number 4 is finished. How did things go for Crystal Palace this time around? I mean, it's our final season. Hopefully they went really well. We finished second in the Premier League. Look at that. Even on the final game of the season, we battered Chelsea 5-3. Who is this team? Goals from Scott, Aspria, Calvert-Lewin, Almada and Luca. Lukaku's gone back there. That's probably the reason why they've lost, realistically. And they're starting like Sofia and Diop. And I mean, actually, for the most part, it's a pretty good team. I never heard of Bergstrom in goal, but if you have comment section, who is Lucas Bergstrom? He's 23 and Finnish. Who is he? He started in goal for. He's been there at Chelsea for a while, actually. And I had no idea who he was. The Chelsea clearly have some problems in goal, maybe. But the big news is Crystal Palace finished second in the Premier League. So we can dive in now a little bit deeper. Now, 38 games. We won 24 of those 38. Drawing 6 and only losing 8 all season. We scored 78 goals. We scored more goals than Tottenham Hotspur, who won the league. Who let Tottenham Hotspur win the league, by the way? That's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane. But yeah, conceded 39 goals, goal difference of 39, and was only 1 point. Okay. We let Tottenham Hotspur win the league because we're only 1 point behind them. So were Arsenal. We almost could have won the league in this final season with Crystal Palace. What a season it could have been if we'd only just won the Premier League. I mean, it could have been an even better season because you can see now on screen, we actually won the Europa Conference League, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. We won the treble, but not the Premier League. We're so close. We're so close to Crystal Palace getting a quadruple winning season. What a season it's been. You can see now on screen, though, in the Europa Conference League, Calvert-Lewin bagged 11 goals, take us all the way to the finals. You can see now on screen, we beat Marseille 2-0 in the final there. A big game for Palace. Goals from Almada and, of course, our top goal scorer from last season, Joachim Anderson, the centre-back, bagging the important goals yet again to see us win the Europa Conference League in this one. And again, it's carried on from there. If we go into our actual schedule now, we can see how the other games went. The EFL Cup final, we won it again, this time beating Manchester United on penalties again in the cup finals. Casemiro missed and Tapsoba missed their penalties for them to see us beat Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. And, of course, then the FA Cup final, we absolutely battered Liverpool 4-0. 2 goals from Mukiele, Guri, and Bisetti got an own goal to see us batter past Liverpool and get the job done there. So, again, I feel like it's a bit of a letdown, the fact that we didn't actually win the Premier League this season. We were 1 point off it. It could have been an absolutely insane season. And not only win the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Europa Conference League, but we could have also won the Premier League. What a season it has been, and what a way this would have been to end this rebuild. But of course, we went massive on Calvert-Lewin. You can see now, in 54 games this season, he's played a lot of games this season. He got 29 goals. Guri as well, getting a lot more involved this time. 26 goals for him. Anderson got 19 goals again. It's absolutely insane. The way he's scoring from this set piece is absolutely incredible. Eze, 15 goals, 15 assists. And then Almada as well, 15 goals, 20 assists, 29 assists for Fabio Vieira. What a loan move that was bringing him in. Got a monster number of assists this season. Even like the likes of Richard. Troy Parrott even played minimal minutes too in total. And then 37 from the bench. 37 appearances from the bench. Troy Parrott played this season, and he bagged himself 8 goals from the bench doing so. Like I said, a spree had a good season. Alex Scott had a bit of a quieter one for him. I suppose 12 assists and 5 goals, though, isn't bad, but we never reached that 5-star potential. He actually dropped now to 4-star only potential as well. So he's hit his ceiling, it does seem now, for Alex Scott. But again, not a bad version of him within this game. He's wanted by Chelsea now. I mean, it's going to be Elise all over again if we stay for another season. We don't want to sell him. We don't want to sell him, but he's gone. He's gone already. So, again, a great player. Still hasn't made an England cap yet, though, oddly enough. So maybe that will change, hopefully, if we see him a little bit further into this to see what would happen there. But a great season overall for Crystal Palace. As you can see now, one more time, we won the Europa Conference League. We won the FA Cup. We won the Carabao Cup. And losing out on the Premier League to bloody Tottenham. Well, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching our Crystal Palace rebuild. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Of course, let me know in the comment section, who do you want to see me do a rebuild with next? I always want to hear your thoughts and your input on who we could do these rebuilds with going forward in the future. But as always, thank you for watching. I've always said to like and subscribe, so I won't ask you to do it again. But enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all with another video very, very soon.